Ever wondered how we helped a customer transform their packing process into something faster, greener and future-proof, all in record time? Stick around, because we're about to show you. Hi there, I'm Oliver, Supply Chain Management Consultant at McCoy & Partners. In this episode, we're taking you behind the scenes of a recent project, automating the packing process at a major B2B warehouse. Now, this warehouse has been running on SAP Extended Warehouse Management since 2021, a system we at McCoy & Partners implemented using our intelligent logistics approach. Fast forward to early 2025. The customer came back to us with a new challenge. They wanted to take their packing process to the next level through automation. And of course, we couldn't wait to get started. Here's the situation. This warehouse serves customers all over Europe, handling thousands of packages every single day. Until recently, packing and labeling were done manually at 5 workstations, a slow, labor-heavy and error-prone process. To step up efficiency, the customer invested in a state-of-the-art packing machine, plus a system of conveyors to keep everything running smoothly. A big leap forward, but also a big question. How do you connect all these new solutions seamlessly to SAP? Fortunately, SAP EWM offers multiple integration methods, including a standard subsystem interface. Using this, we can send messages to the conveyor system, ensuring every package ends up at exactly the right destination inside the warehouse. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. For the full story, I'll hand things over to my colleague Frank.
Thanks, Oliver. My name is Classens and I'm a development consultant at McCoy & Partners. Now buckle up and let's dive into some code. But wait, I might have to disappoint you here. While technical implementation is important, what makes this project truly successful is our strategic development approach and methodology. So let's break it down. Before we explore the solution, I first need to give you some context. Our customer runs S/4HANA 2023 with decentralized extended warehouse management on-premise, which already covers a lot of the required functionality out of the box. However, there's custom development needed to fill in the gaps. First, we need enhancements and integrations with very specific business logic. And second, we need to reuse existing custom logic, which is already integrated with an external third-party logistics service provider. Since there's already quite some existing custom developments from the initial implementation, it would be very tempting to continue the same way. But there are good reasons to reconsider that option. So where do we start? We follow SAP's guidelines for extending S/4HANA. Since our custom code is tightly coupled with the S4 core, it is built on stack using developer extensibility. By using developer extensibility, the solution is clean core by design and guaranteed to be future-proof and upgrade stable. If you want to know more about all the different extensibility options, check out the McCoy video below, where our colleague Dave compares all the possibilities with a car. Yes, you heard me right, with a car. So check it out. Now we will dive a little deeper into this on-stack developer extensibility model. If we follow the rules and way of working described in the guidelines, our future-ready custom code can be delivered seamlessly. But that's the theory. In real-life projects, we experience that these guidelines can be quite overwhelming. And implementing them in practice is not that black and white. Like most technical skills, the only way to get familiar with it is to get your hands dirty. And that's exactly what we do in our projects. Let me show you our starting point with a visual. What you see is SAP Extended Warehouse Management enhanced in a traditional way. Exactly how we used to do it. At the time of the initial implementation, this was also the best practice. The bottom part shows SAP EWM, the core running on S/4HANA, and on the same stack there are all the custom developments, nicely organized in ABAP packages. All custom ABAP objects have unrestricted access to the standard SAP core. This means we can call any function module, read and update every table, and basically use every standard SAP object. This seems very flexible in the short term, but the costs in the long term are huge. After every upgrade, you have to completely test all the custom developments because there's no guarantee it will still work. One specific package is important for our project because it contains the existing custom code for the integration with the third-party logistics service provider. Let's keep that one visible. Starting from S/4HANA 2022, next to the classic ABAP development, we can use ABAP Cloud Development. Still on the same stack. All ABAP objects created here are cloud ready by design, upgrade stable and future-proof. And to interact with standard SAP, only the usage of released APIs is permitted. It was a no-brainer that the heart of our solution should be built here. We created an ABAP package with all relevant business logic, fully covered by unit tests. And all the data needed is retrieved through released APIs. Isn't that clean? But wait, did I just say all data can be accessed with these APIs? Well, actually no. SAP is well on the way with delivering APIs for all their core processes, but they aren't there yet. Luckily, we have an escape route. When a released API from SAP is missing, but there is a classic API, we build a wrapper around the classic one and then we release this wrapper. Now we can use the wrapped classic API from within our Cloud ABAP project. For example, to read warehouse task data, we can use a CDS view straight from Cloud ABAP, because it was released by SAP. To read and update a handling unit, however, there was no released API yet. So we still had to call a function module using the wrapper bypass via the classic ABAP development environment. Additionally, using the same concept, we can also reuse the existing custom code for the integration with the third-party logistics service provider. The only thing we had to do was to expose the relevant methods we wanted to reuse as a released API, and we were able to use it within our ABAP Cloud project. The existing code remains untouched and does not have to be retested. So the first integration was already covered. But what about the other integrations needed? For the integration with the new packaging machine, a REST API is called. Sounds easy. In fact, it was relatively easy because the Cloud ABAP development environment offers all the required services needed. And they are cloud compliant. For example, we used the JSON service to create a message. We generated new ZPL labels using the service for regular expressions. And we used the base64 service to encode the label before sending it with the HTTP service to the packaging machine. Until now, we managed to have implemented about 90% of our requirements in a clean core way. However, we have a challenge left, or actually two challenges. SAP EWM has an out-of-the-box integration with any external conveyor system using iDocs. We need to extend the outbound iDoc with custom fields and enhance the processing of the inbound iDoc. The good news is that SAP offers a body for the outbound extension, and for the inbound processing logic we can change some customizing so we can use a custom function module instead of a standard SAP one. The bad news? Both extension options are not cloud compliant. These extensions are still recommended by SAP to be used, so that's what we will do. We create a body implementation and a function module in the classic ABAP environment. But instead of adding all our code there, we immediately forward it to our main package in the Cloud ABAP environment. And this is possible because we expose an API to handle the body and function module logic. Wrapping things up, we can conclude that the renewed SAP Extensibility model is a real enabler to deliver high quality and future-ready extensions to S/4HANA, if you know how to use it. So force yourself to start with Cloud ABAP and only use the detour via Classic ABAP when there's no alternative. And when an alternative is needed, mitigate the risk by only using it as a wrapper, making sure the rest of your code remains in Cloud ABAP. So that is all what was happening under the hood. Back to you, Oliver.
To make this project a success in such a short time frame, we relied on our proven intelligent logistics accelerators, such as the ZPL and REST building blocks. These ready-to-use templates, best practices and integration frameworks allowed us to move fast, from design to go live, without compromising on quality. Instead of reinventing the wheel, we build on solutions we already know work, giving the customer a future-proof setup. So in short, with the right tools and techniques, our customer achieved real efficiency and did it in record time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to be informed of new content. Thanks for watching and see you soon.